Alright, how's everybody doing? It's been a while since I made a video. I've been just kind of trucking and doing my thing. Got another load of these coils I come out of Houston with, going up to, I always take them up to the upper Midwest. So it becomes something I do pretty consistently. So I'm back on one of those up here or down here in Prescott, Arkansas at the moment. So I left out a little later than I like to yesterday, but yeah, ain't no biggie. So it started moving up, like the storm clouds are coming in again. It's like it's gonna rain some more. So, but wanted to kind of shoot shit, touch base with y'all a little bit about how things are going over here at Landstar, and they ain't bad, you know. For the most part, I can't really say stuff's changed a whole lot. I mean, I know things got a little slower for a lot of people. As y'all can see, I ain't really been getting on my van trailer here lately because the van freight is, I don't know. We got van freight still, but it's just not it's not gonna pay me as much based on the percentage I get for having my own trailer. Plus the hassle of dealing with it sometimes is not really worth dealing with. So I'm back out here on my flat, and oh, this is a side note, y'all. I had to change one of my airbags, and you can see it still ain't quite settled yet. That kind of middle bag right there. So I had to change that out early this morning when I got here. A little tip for y'all, man. I had to buy this thing at TA because it busted on me when I was coming up 59. And it's just something that you should always keep in your truck, man. I really should have had an extra one in my truck. The TA charged me $120 for that thing, man. And they cost like 50 or 60 bucks when you buy them at Freightliner. And I got to replace mine probably every year or two. Just because of I got a lot of stuff in my cab. I got that night system, so I got the batteries. I got 4 batteries up in the cab. I got the AC system under the bunk and all of that. So I got a lot of weight on my cab, so I know that's why the bags don't last as long. But little tip for y'all, if y'all are doing that, I keep a bottle jack in my truck. All you gotta do when you're changing these airbags out, you see that little dent right there? I put a bottle jack on this, and what now what I do is I put a one of those metal corner protectors that we use when we're dealing with chains, and I put it on there to kind of distribute the load so I don't bend it with the bottle jack. Place a bottle jack here on the strap, or you can place it on the inside right there. Just make sure you keep it on this seam right here. Not here, this is soft. Keep it on that seam where you got those rivets at right there. You jack the cab up, and the dang, you unhook the airline. Actually, you can just pop the bag out after you jack the cab up. Pop the bag out from the top and the bottom. When you get it out, you got the push-pull fitting on the bottom of this bag, so you got to push a little fitting up in there and then pull the air hose out. That's it. Put the new one in there, push your air hose in the bottom, and like I say, this one over here, since I changed it when I came into the parking lot, the cab hasn't, the spring hasn't, rebounded enough to where it opened up from the cab. I need to hit a good bump and it'll settle itself. So it's really not a big deal, man. But if you don't have a cab jack, the job's kind of a pain in the ass. So it's not a cab jack, I'm sorry, a bottle jack. So I think it's probably good to keep a bottle jack in your truck just for that reason. So yeah, back to what I was kind of getting at with the way things are going at Landstar. So I mean, you know, it ain't perfect, but money's still being made. So you guys out here, man, if y'all are thinking about it, you know, talk to some of the guys out here, man. Most of us, we don't mind showing you our load board. We don't mind that. We'll show you our load board. Talk to a Landstar driver, you know, and we'll show you the load board and kind of show you how stuff works with that board and kind of give you a heads up. And when you're doing that, just look at your home city where you're coming out of, and you know, determine if you got the freight you desire coming out of your home area. And that's that. You know, work your percentages out. It's all just math. And, you know, you go from there. Another thing about Landstar, especially, well, you know, when the oil prices hit like negative a couple of weeks back, hell, I was paying $1.28 a gallon, man, out of the TA down there in Baytown, Texas, getting my fuel. Up here, the discount price is $1.59 a gallon. So that's what we get when we fuel at TAs. We get 26 cents off per gallon at Flying J's, and I think it's the same at Love's. But TA is by far the best as far as our discount's concerned. So they slash in right off the top, you know, and it doesn't get taken off our card, you know, instead of having to get rebated. So, you know, we kind of, you're gonna have to run your numbers. You're gonna have to learn the system when you come over here. And by system, I mean just kind of seeing how things go. But once you do, you do that, you get your relationships with your different agents and brokers that you're dealing with, and for the most part, you should be good. There's still opportunity over here. Yeah, I was and I still kind of am thinking about getting my own authority, just because Texas is kind of different. Because I could literally, like the guy I deal with for these loads I bring out of Houston, I could deal with him all the same if I had my own authority. He really wouldn't care. And so Texas is kind of, it's got enough freight to where if you did have your own authority, you could still probably be pretty well off, you know. Certain parts of the country, you know, I don't know. I haven't really paid that much attention to it because I kind of stay in a certain area when I run. But that's the only gripe I would have about Landstar sometimes. If you do go to certain parts of the country, you find yourself with limited options when you're looking at the Landstar board. So you got to try to call your agent to see if they can rustle up something, and then they have to try to make it make sense for them to want to deal with it financially and so on and so forth. So it's a, you know, it's just some stuff you got to learn, because you come over here, man, you're gonna get the full immersion into kind of how the markets work, the spot market, you know, for freight. And it's not a bad thing. It's just that the learning curve sometimes washes guys out. So don't get washed out by the learning curve. Just kind of, you know, come over here. Just say you're gonna have to figure this stuff out. You're gonna have to learn it, and once you learn it, it'll get easier for you, and you'll kind of know how to run, where to run to, where not to go. And like if you got specialized equipment, the low levels of what you can haul stuff for. I remember a heavy haul guy told me one time, because I was thinking about getting a third axle put on my flatbed, just so I could have a Triton back there, just to give me a little bit more capacity, right? Get the Triton on there, and then get a new stamp, GBWR stamp on my for my plate, on the bill plate. And I remember he told me, he said, look, man, once you do that though, you can't haul just regular freight anymore with that, because if they know you got to try them out here and you're hauling stuff for $2 a mile, you're gonna literally lower the rates for everybody else out there pulling heavy Triton stuff, because they see you running around doing that. So you just have to kind of, it's just the way the whole business works, man. You gotta just you gotta pick up on this stuff. You gotta talk to people, and you gotta learn it, you know. Because everybody you meet out here, man, they sometimes you might not get real good information, but it doesn't really matter. You're getting something from it. Just filter through it. If it's all negativity, you know, you might want to dismiss it. You know, if somebody's literally just a negative person, you all know how to do that. You know who you're talking to when you're talking to them and what they're talking about. And if they got a negative disposition. Sometimes, some people, man, are just so negative you can't do nothing with them. But as for if you should take the jump, the plunge, and the Landstar, I think it'll be fine. You know, like right now, it's a little bit light everywhere, but here, I mean, it fluctuates based on how many people leave. And I know that sounds bad, but the attrition rate over here, when people come in here and it doesn't work out and they leave, yeah, we get a little bit better, man. Our rates get a little bit stronger, you know, and we can do a little bit better on our money. And I'm pretty sure it's the same way everywhere you go. But if you just stick it out, again, you develop your relationships. Because I don't care what you say. If you're in a particular area and you're coming out of that area, every week you're gonna start developing relationships with different brokers and agents. And once you do that, then you're pretty much good to go. Because those people, once they see how you work and they like how you work, they'll start to prefer to deal with you, and they'll try to get stuff that works around how you like to work. But you're not going to usually get there if you only give it 5 or 6 months. You know, you need to give it a year or two. And I'm not saying just go broke in that year or two, but you know, you should still be making money. But give it a year or two, man, to develop these relationships with these different brokers and agents, so you can go on and kind of start to grow your territory as far as the people you deal with and the freight you can haul and so on and so forth. So that's about all I got, man. I'm gonna go up here and probably weigh this load real quick, and then I'm gonna get on out of here and start heading north. So y'all be safe out there in your trucking, and we'll try to make more consistent videos. We'll talk to y'all later.